makeup? Is your hair and makeup done?
Yep.
Good morning. We're walking to the workshops. This is day 3 of Christchurch Stringfest. This is Dan. I'm Jethro. Ruby is still eating her breakfast. She'll be here soon. There was a mix-up this morning. It's been a slow morning. Brain is foggy, but legs are working enough. I think I can dance today. I was worried after how much dancing I was yesterday.
Yeah. Stretch your calves out a bit. We're all sorted.
But today's pretty much the same as yesterday. It's just workshops all day at the same venue and then social at the same venue. So I won't actually get as much footage as I got because you saw it all yesterday. So today what I want to do is actually going to go and interview a bunch of people. So yeah, that's today's plan anyway. All right. Enjoy the montage of the workshops. Oh, the sun. Okay, we're good. Alright, hello everyone! Sorry to interrupt all the clips from the dancing, but as promised I was going to interview a couple of people from around New Zealand that were here at this event so that you can get a sense of, actually being here type thing. So, the questions that I'm asking is, the first thing we should ask is, sup bro, what's your name?
Kia ora, my name's Kieran. I'm from Dunedin.
Yay!
I live in Dunedin.
Dunedin crew. So, funny story, that's where I learned to dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way
awesome.
before I was there.
Good old Dunedin. Cool, alright. And now the questions I'm going to be asking people are actually based on a podcast that Charlotte and I do. We've got random episodes with these titles. So the first thing I'm going to actually ask you is, who's your swing daddy or swing mama?
So I first learned Lindy hop from Sasha Theory and Mary
Sasha.
Mutt over still in Dunedin. Well, they're not still in Dunedin, but that's where I live.
Yeah, cool,
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, what was the next episode? Oh, okay. Next episode was most embarrassing swing dance stories. Do you have an embarrassing swing dance story for us?
So the one that springs to mind was I was actually teaching a dance class at a girls' school in Dunedin. And as I left the last day I was teaching the class, the high school teacher put out their hand. And I thought they wanted a low 5. So I go in for the low 5. And they just looked at me and said, "Oh, I just wanted your visitor's badge." That's my most embarrassing story.
I love it. The awkward high five. No, I just wanted your badge. Okay, brilliant. What was the next question? Do you remember? There was something. Oh, no, I remember now.
Good.
This was a contentious episode. Charlotte and I had a debate. What do you think is more difficult, leading or
that's right.
following?
Well, I first learned to lead, so in some ways that feels easier.
Okay, so it feels easier now.
But it's obviously a misconception that one or other is easier to learn first.
Oh, so you're on that.
Is that a nice fence? That's a nice fence.
You're allowed to be on that.
The view's great
Yeah.
from the fence.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Charlotte and I just like to be decisive, and argue, but yeah. Cool. And that's it. I was just going to ask if you had anything you wanted to shout out, any events or things coming up.
Come to the Midwinter Swing Festival in Dunedin. It's the 4th to the 7th of June this year. 4 nights of dancing, 3 days of classes. I think you'll be there.
Yeah, I'll do my best to get there.
Good.
I'll try. Come and hang out with you all. So yeah.
You're teaching him.
yeah. Cree's teaching, I'm demoing with him.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Jethro. That was not an awkward high five, that was a good high five.
That was good.
Awesome. All right, next person. All right, hang on. So, here we go with person number 2.
Oh.
Who's this? What's your name?
My name's Jess.
And where are you from?
I'm from here in Christchurch, which is where we're standing right now.
And actually, do you remember the first time that we met? Neither do I.
It was a long time ago
It
though,
was.
and it would have been here in Christchurch.
It was here in Christchurch. It would have one of the events that came up from Dunedin.
Yes, correct.
Would have been something. So yeah, before I moved to Perth.
Actually, I don't remember the first time I met Jethro, but I do remember that he used to, or still does, lead a move that you ended up holding his foot at some point in the move. I don't know. You haven't led that to me this weekend, so not sure.
I have
You
done
still
it.
do
I've
that.
done it once this week.
Yeah. So it's correct.
I try not to pull it out because we all get a bit. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The questions from the podcast. Who's your swing daddy?
Debbie James.
Oh, you live from Debbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone lives from Debbie.
A lot of people here in
She's
Christchurch
awesome.
live
Yeah.
with Debbie.
And then, what is your most embarrassing swing dance story?
I'm not going to name names
Okay, fair enough.
because this is quite an international podcast, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
But I did get asked to dance by a very famous person once.
Oh,
Very
yeah?
famous, like, in the swing dancing world. You know,
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah.
it's like.
Yeah.
And we danced together, and then at the end of the dance, I didn't know how to say thank you and I got really nervous, and so I was just like, ah! And then I turned around and I walked into a pole.
Swing dances are amazing. All right, and then the last question. This is for Charlotte and I's debate. What is more difficult, leading or following?
$1 million question.
It
But
is.
for me personally, I've spent the last 15 years attending classes as a follow,
Okay.
and so now I'm trying to attend classes as a lead.
Yep.
That's hard.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for
Hard for me, yeah. Oh, hard for me right now. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Team leads. All right. Claiming you.
2 million followers.
Yes, exactly. Awesome. Okay, cool. That's all the questions I have for you. Do you want to shout out anything? You got any classes, workshops, events lined up?
Heaps. I've got classes all over the place here in Christchurch.
Yeah, so all the Christchurch crew come to
Christchurch crew.
Jess's class.
Private lessons, Wednesday night classes. Also teach yoga, early morning classes.
Oh
if you're
God.
an early morning
No,
person here
mornings.
in Christchurch.
I don't like mornings.
I do like mornings.
Fair enough.
And have one performance coming up, but I can't remember the date. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I
But
mean,
it's only here in Christchurch. It's the Burlesque Speakeasy Club at the Boo Radleys on Victoria Street. So look that up and find the next date. Which I
Gotcha.
can't remember what it is.
and you'll be there performing it.
Yeah, performing a wee
Awesome.
Charleston-y thing.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Cheers.
Thanks, Jethro.
No worries. All right, let's go to the next person. All right, here we go. We're out here for interview number 3. So, what's your name?
My name is Amy Burt and I am I'm originally from Christchurch and I live in Wellington now.
Cool. And then the next question we've been asking everyone is, who is your swing daddy or swing mama?
Well, I started at Full Swing Studios and it was Phil and Leo.
And next question is, what is more difficult, leading or following?
Definitely leading.
Yes, another one for the leading team.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so winning this. Charlotte, I'm totally winning this one. All right, and then I'm actually going to ask this one a bonus question because you have a lot of dance experience even outside of Lindy Hop.
Yes.
Yeah? So I'm actually wondering if this might help. It may not help at all, but
Yeah.
my bonus question for you, who invented the triple step?
Ooh,
where does the triple step come from? I've asked like a bunch of people and no one can tell me where it came
The
from.
Savoy Ballroom.
Did it though?
Did it? I don't
Were the
know.
triple steps before that? Like, are the triple steps in tap dancing, like vaudeville days? Is it in
Maybe.
Irish dancing? Is it in?
It could be.
Is it from
Rhythm
Africa?
is universal. So who knows?
Who knows?
But,
Okay.
What, are we talking cavemen? Like, did they have triple steps?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe this is a question that's not going to be answerable. I'm going to keep asking people.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then finally, is there anything you want to promote actually before we sign off? Any classes, workshops, things you want to tell everyone about?
Yes. So I'm part of an incorporated society called Sugarfoot Stomp, and we are also a Tier 4 registered charity as well.
Hey,
and
cool.
we're based on membership. We've got board members, which I'm one. I'm also the treasurer and membership coordinator. I do a lot of stuff.
You're busy.
Yeah. And my mum actually joined the board as well.
Oh, really?
I was like, is that something you really want to do? She's like, yeah. So we've got classes, we've got events, we've got members who run events, which is amazing. We've got one coming up called Spellbound Blues, which is organised by one of our members, Cara.
Cool.
Which is really cool. So
And is that in Wellington?
in Wellington, actually next weekend.
Next weekend?
Next weekend!
So-
on the 1st of May.
Cool. See you
So
there next weekend in
yeah.
Wellington.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Cool. All right, next person. Bam. Kind of awkward and weird.
Yeah.
Every time I point a camera at my face, it feels. Oh no.
I tried once doing a video log when I was overseas, and it was so awkward the first time I just gave up.
It gets really awkward.
You just need practice, don't you?
I know. I just walk down the street with the camera like at arm's length. You just look like a
Yeah.
douche. You just got to commit and be like, I don't care if I look like a dick. We're doing it anyway. Standing outside in the rain for this. Okay, here we go. So we're here with person interview number 4. I think it's up to 4. I don't know. I'll be able to edit that a bit out if it's not. So first question is, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Kelsey Nichols. I live in Auckland at the moment, but I do not claim that I'm from Auckland.
Oh, where are you from?
Te Aroha in the Waikato.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Sweet. So the first question I've been asking everyone is, who is your swing daddy or swing mama?
So it was Hamish and Anna who I first learned
cool.
off in Auckland at Swing Out Central, but
Yep.
funnily enough, so my partner Coco was teaching at a different venue
Oh,
at
really?
the time, so I'd call him my swing daddy.
Okay, fair enough. Yep, no, fair enough, Coco. Awesome. Question number 2 is, what is your most embarrassing swing dancing story?
I struggled to think of anything good, so I'll just go with one from tonight where I was dancing with Lindy and she led me into tandem Charleston, which I'd forgotten how to do, and I just totally backed up into her and stood on her foot. Yeah.
The old reversing the tandem into yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't follow that either. I did a lot, I can't follow it.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
Cool. And then the final question is, what is more difficult, leading or following?
Easy answer, leading by far. I will follow anything. Leading, I struggle with having to think of what comes next.
Awesome. All right, everyone's been answering this. This is great. I'm so winning this debate. Brilliant. All right, and then lastly, have you got any classes or workshops or anything you want to promote? Any videos?
No, nothing to promote. No.
Cool. No worries. Easy. Awesome. Thanks so much, Kelsey.
Good.
And yeah, I think we'll just take you back inside so you can see some more dancing. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
No, we're back. Kidding. Kelsey just told me that she had some really cool, not embarrassing stories. So what are your coolest swing dancing stories then?
Well, so I work for the military, and in 2019 I was deployed in Iraq for 6 months. And so, yeah, I tried to run some swing dancing classes while I was there.
For the locals or for the military?
For military people
Okay.
in the camp that we all lived in. So I was also teaching the salsa classes at the same time. So I tried to kind of rope people into swing dancing, but it didn't take off very well because I don't think people really knew what it
Right,
was.
okay.
But that's
So
okay.
what was the demographic of your co-workers then? Like, I just imagine like big, butchy men trying to do salsa.
A huge range. There were some quite large, muscly men, and others that were just kind of normal, skinny-ish men, and lots of women around as well. Because,
Awesome. Okay.
deployed as medics and logistics and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that was challenging. People found that hard to learn compared to salsa. So they ended up trying it and then just going back to salsa.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Lindy Hop is too hard for the military.
Yeah. Well,
We can say we're tougher than Marines. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
go
that.
Lindy
I like
Office.
that. Yeah. And I tried again in Egypt over summer because my stepdad's in the army as well, and he's posted in Egypt in a military camp. My mum lives there with him.
All right. Okay. Yep.
And we went to visit her, and she had been running some rock and roll classes, and so I volunteered to teach some swing dancing classes while I was there with my sister as well. She was there with me, so she was a good helper to teach with.
Yep. Cool.
And that took off a lot better.
Oh,
People really enjoyed that and picked it up a lot easier for some reason.
Gotcha. The rock and roll background or the
Yeah.
what is this? No, I don't know.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
pick it
Rock
up
and
easy.
rolls crosses over quite nicely, so I think the people who had learned a bit of rock and roll found it a little bit easier to transition into swing. So.
Okay, that is a very cool story. I'm glad you told me that before I lost you in the crowd again.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. If you ever join the military and you get posted in Iraq or Egypt, you can do swing dancing or
Yeah.
salsa or rock and roll
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
Good to know. Awesome. Thanks so much, Kelsey. Well, bam.
Do you want me to say it again?
Yeah, go on, say it again for the camera.
I had a great night, but I'm absolutely shattered.
I think that probably a lot of people feel that way because I feel the same. Are you shattered, Amy?
No, not at all. But you know, that's the first time I've danced all weekend.
All right, that is the end of the Sunday night social. So obviously you would have seen a bunch of footage from people dancing. What else happened tonight? We were joined by Hullabaloo.
Yeah.
So Hullabaloo had a Zoom event, which we were part of, or we we walked a camera around our social.
Yeah.
So yeah, before you go though, there is one more thing. We obviously want to thank everyone, and Nathan did a really good job of that tonight.
Yep.
Absolutely.
He does a really cool way of thanking everyone every year, which is great. So yeah, we'll leave you with that. Thank you very much, team. You're all awesome, and we will see you again tomorrow. There's still day 4. Tomorrow is day 4.
Yeah, it is.
It's the Monday. There's social tomorrow, and then we've got a road trip back to Nelson. Woo! And then teach class. Woo! Lindy up. Yeah. All right, my arm's getting tired. That'll do. Night, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
This is Lindy Hart, blues and Balboa, and a band who will play near the beach. When we snap out a ramp on the tank of the tank, groovy rhythms moving the feet. Now we are here at CSF. We've come to Sunday night. We hope you've had a great weekend, and it's been a dance delight. There's lots of folks who've helped out, so we need to say thank you. So I'm gonna take a minute to give credit where it's due. Thanks to our lovely teachers who've taken time to travel and teach. And a funded presentation, skill and passion going to thank you each. David and Edmonton joined us on their post-wedding vacation. They took great pains to break our brains with footwork variations. Laura and Andrea, by one means, but gladly came to join. They helped our swimmers become more simple with difficult tools like scoring. They come up from close embrace and blues in different styles. With fantastic clothes and loads of fun, we classes with full of smiles. Dear Amy Bird, our lead still here from taking a show across Chapter routine was great, we like to pay for it. Our bands were all magnificent, they were really hard to choose. They played David, Skyline, Alice here, and tomorrow's Muddy Numbers Blues. To keep us racing in band breaks or late into the night. Our sweet DJs were just amazing, with a choice of tunes just right. Whether sitting at the door or setting up the dance floor, they were curation, tables and chairs. No task was a problem for our army of true volunteers. I don't know mode of town, and we're travelling from around the nation. Here's a toast to our hosts of the most, who opened their homes for a combination. Created an organisation this weekend that the fun we've spent. We're to another level with the Springtown Reading Zone Committee of awesome events. Close with guests, so all have a place to rest. She ran the welcome dance and her taste class was just the best. Rachel was the table when she had to assume 100 welcome packs. Our catering queen, she will often be seen to be baking and delicious snacks. Caroline, our artist in chief, full of skills in graphic design and setting up sweet spreadsheets with the volunteer roster and live. Liz organised the DJs, the Facebook and website. And smashed it when she an amazing Saturday night. While behind the scenes, Alicia had a huge job on her hands, finding all our awesome teachers, the venues and the bands, sorting registrations and compiling lists of names, and bringing creativity with fun past throughout games. Lastly, thanks to everyone of you for coming here this weekend, for the energy and joy you brought and the way you became friends. We spoke to you all who would join us. We've been quite over the moon. We hope that you have had a blast and we'll see you back here soon. Teachers, teachers, volunteers and community, thanks so much. We've had a ball. Now I'm finished. Please join me in clapping to honour and thank them all.